Hey everyone, so today we are going to see how to perform basic operations on matrices in Python using Google Colab editor. So what we are going to see today. So if you have matrices, say A and B matrix, then question is how to add, subtract, multiply and divide those two matrices. Then once we have the matrices, one can also ask what is the trace of that matrix, what is the determinant of that matrix, what is the rank of that matrix, then how to flatten a matrix, how to find inverse of a matrix, how to find pseudo inverse of a matrix. So all those things we are going to see today, and at the end we will also see how to find eigenvalues and eigenvectors for the given matrix. So it's going to be a long session, but I'm going to cover all the important things that one has to connect with matrices. Further, one can also talk about SVD decomposition and QR decomposition of a matrix, but I won't go into that detail in this session. We will see that in my coming lectures. But yeah, so let's start with the session. So I told you how to go to Google Colab in my lecture 1. So I'm here in the Google Colab and I have opened one new editor. So the first thing you do is you import the NumPy package. What is NumPy package and all I have talked in my earlier lecture. So I hope you have seen that. So that's my lecture number 1. Okay, now once you import NumPy package, so you need to define a matrix. So let my capital A equal to np.array, open the bracket. Okay, so open the bracket. Then again inside the bracket, now suppose I want to make a first row. So for first row, I will enter a bracket 1, comma 2, comma 3. Come outside, put a comma, then 2, comma 3, comma 4. Come outside, give a comma 3, comma 4, comma 5. So now once I have this, I will put enter and then I will say print, and then suppose I want to say the phrase the matrix A is, and in the next line I'm saying print the matrix A, and then control enter, and you should get the matrix. So as you can see, this is a 3 cross 3 matrix. Now let me introduce one more matrix, a matrix B. So B is equal to, again the same, np, you have to call the package, and it's an array. Open the bracket, open the square bracket, and then open the bracket. So now suppose 987, then again open the bracket 876, come outside, comma, again open the bracket 765. So this is the thing I have, and then enter, then again you give a print command, the matrix B is, and in the next line you can come print B. Again control enter, you get the matrix B. So it's again a 3 by 3 matrix. And now one can ask how to add and subtract. So the operations are same as you have seen in the earlier lecture for vectors. Okay, so now there are again two ways to add. Either you can say print A plus B. You can directly say add two matrices, or if you want you can give the add command as well. Okay, so you can say print np.add. So I'm adding which matrix? A comma B. Yeah, I think yeah. And when you give shift control enter, it again gets added. Okay, so that's how one can add. If you want, you can give a text in between. So subtraction of matrices by clicking on text button and then enter. Now let's go to code again. Now I want to subtract. So again two ways. Either I can say print A minus B, then it will subtract the two matrix, or I can say print np.subtract subtract A comma B. Again shift enter. So you can see the matrices get subtracted. So here how is the addition and subtraction is happening? It is happening component wise. Okay, so first component of A plus first component of B, first component of A minus second component of B. So similarly for second components, third components and so on. Okay, then comes the multiplication. So you can say print A star B. Now this multiplication is not the normal, you do first row into the first column. Okay, this is not, this multiplication is normal component wise. So here you can see the first entry of A is 1 and the first entry of B is 9. So it is 1 into 9, which is, you can see the entry is 9. You can see the second component of A. So here it is 2. It's 2 over here, and here it is 8. So 8 to the 16. So you can see the 16 over here. So this A star B, or the multiply command, print np dot multiply a comma b. So this is doing the multiplication component wise. Okay, but if somebody wants our normal multiplication, like if I have a matrix and the b matrix, how do you multiply? You take first ith row of a and the jth column of b, and then you take the dot product. That's what you do, the matrix multiplication. If you want that as an answer, then what we will do is print, we will say a at the rate b. So this is a shortcut for the multiplication of ith row with the jth column. Okay, and this is one thing. If you don't want to use this shortcut at the rate symbol, what you can do is print np dot dot. You take the dot product because you are taking the dot product of which two vectors? This is the ith row of a and the jth column of b. So that's why you take dot a comma b, and when you do shift enter, you get the same answer. So either you write dot of a comma b or you take at the rate symbol. So this is how you get the matrix multiplication. The first, if you only type multiply, then you get the component wise multiplication. So now the next thing comes is division. So again the same thing for division, you can say print a slash b. So it will divide the matrices component wise. Okay, obviously the entries has to be non-zero in b, otherwise the division will not make sense. So these are the 4 operations, or I will say 5 operations, because multiplication we have seen in 2 ways. So 5 arithmetic operations on matrices. Another one is the scalar one. So scalar one is also very straightforward. You simply multiply it by numbers. Suppose 3 into a. So what it will do, it will multiply each entry of a by the number 3. So the first row, if you observe, it was 1 2 3. When you multiply by 3, it becomes 3 6 9. So you are multiplying each entry by the number 3. So this is a scalar multiplication. Good. So we saw 6 operation on this. Okay, now what are the other things you are interested whenever you have a matrix? You are interested in the determinant and the rank and all those things, right? So yeah, so first let's find the trace. So let me call T is equal to np dot trace of the matrix A. And then once I do, what is the trace? It is nothing but the sum of the diagonal entries. So I want print trace of the matrix A is, and in the next line I'm saying print P. Control enter, and I will get the trace. You can see the trace 1 plus 3 plus 5. So sum of the diagonal is nothing but 9. So np dot trace will give you the trace of the matrix. Now what is the next thing? Determinant. Okay, so let me call D is equal to np dot. Now for determinant I will need lin-elch. So np dot lin-elch, you call lin-elch, and then dot det, and then open the bracket A, because I want the determinant of A. And once I have this, you say print D, control enter, you will get the determinant of the matrix. It is 0.0. So that's how you find. So for determinant you need to call this lin-elch. Okay, so if you want to see what is lin-elch, you just simply keep your cursor, you will get the information about the numpy dot lin-elch. Okay, but it's okay, I'm not interested in that part as of now. Okay, cool. So now since the determinant is 0, I know that the rank definitely not 3, it has to be less than 3. So how do you find the rank? Rank of a matrix is np dot lin-elch dot matrix rank. Okay, so matrix rank is the command that will give you the rank of the matrix R. So, and if I say print R, I will get the rank of the matrix. And as you can see, since the determinant was 0, so definitely rank has to be less than 3, and the rank is indeed 2, which is less than 3. So for determinant and matrix rank, you need lin-elch. Okay, so we got trace, we got determinant, we got the rank. Okay, what is the next thing? If I want to find power of a matrix, suppose I want to find second power, a square, or if I want to find, suppose a9, ninth power. So let me call a9 is equal to np dot lin-elch dot matrix power. So you select matrix power, and you have to give the matrix comma, you want which power? I want ninth power, so a comma 9. And that's why I have given the variable name as a9 so as to remember. So print a9. and this will give me the ninth power of the matrix. Okay, so whichever power you want, the matrix comma the power you want. So for matrix power also you need np dot linElch. Okay, what comes next? Now suppose I want to find the inverse of a matrix. Okay, so how will you find inverse? Let me call inv of A. I want to find. So let me give this as a variable name. So np dot linElch dot inv, inverse of A, and then you say print this variable inva. Control enter, and you will get the inverse of it's a singular matrix because the determinant is 0, so obviously the inverse does not exist. So let me define a new matrix. Let C is equal to np dot array, open the bracket, open the square bracket, 1 comma 2 square bracket, and then let me write this as 0 comma 1, right? So yes, so this is a matrix C, and then print C, and it's a 2 cross 2 matrix. Yeah, one square bracket is missing. Control array, yes, so this is a 2 cross 2 matrix. As you can see, the determinant is 1, which is non-zero. So good, so the inverse of C will exist. So print np dot, either you can save it in a variable or you can directly give a print command. So np dot linElch dot inv of C. So inv will give you the inverse of the matrix C. So this is how you find the inverse. Now there is a concept of pseudo inverse. Those who don't know, they can Google. But as of now, if you want to find pseudo inverse, so like the determinant of A we saw is 0. That means what, its inverse does not exist. But you can find its pseudo inverse. Pseudo inverse definitely exists. So how will you find? Print np dot linElch dot pinv. So for pseudo means p s e u d o. So for pseudo inverse, you do pinv of matrix A. Okay, and when you do shift enter, you get the pseudo inverse of the matrix A. So for inverse inv, for pseudo inverse pinv. Okay, next thing is about transpose. Oh, I forgot the transpose. So if you want to find the transpose of a matrix, np dot transpose of the matrix A, and when you do this, you get the transpose. You're simply, so 1 2 3 was the first row, it became here the first column, then 2 3 4 and 3 4 5. Okay, and you can verify. So the matrix A of the first row was 1 2 3, it became the column, then 2 3 4. Oh, this was a symmetric matrix, so it doesn't make a difference. So now let me take for C. So yeah, as you can see, the C matrix was 1 2, so 1 2 became the column, second row was 0 1, it became the second column. So there's, so np dot transpose, here also you don't need linElch, you simply do np dot transpose, you get the transpose of the matrix. And now, yeah, flatten. So if you want to flatten means what? So if you have a 3 cross 3 matrix, but I want all the entries as a one array, then you can, I mean, you're just flattening it, right? So that's why flatten. So suppose A dot flatten, flatten. Oh, error. Yeah, I got. So A dot flatten bracket, and then you give control enter, and then you can see the, it was a 3 cross 3 matrix, 1 2 3 2 3 4 and 3 4 5, and all that came as a one line. So there's the flatten function to make all into one array. Okay, now let's end this session by looking at how to find eigenvalues and eigenvectors. So for this you have a command eig. Okay, eig. So that command, and here for that you need to declare the variable, both the variable together. So let me call value comma vector is equal to np dot linElch dot and eig, and for matrix let me call B, let me use B matrix because now my A matrix has changed. Okay, doesn't matter, let me use the matrix B. Okay, enter, and now let me call this as print value. So first component variable is for the value, second is for the vector. So when I do shift enter, I will get the eigenvalue for the matrix B, and these are the eigenvalues for the matrix B. And if I want to find the eigenvectors, then I will say print second variable, which is my vector, and if I do shift enter, I will get the matrix P. So this is first column is the eigenvector for this eigenvalue, Second column is the eigenvector for second eigenvalue, and the third column is the eigenvector for the third eigenvalue. So using this two variable, you can find the eigenvalue eigenvector for a matrix. Now let us find eigenvalue and eigenvector for the matrix C as well. Okay, so let me call A comma B equal to np dot lin elg dot eig for the matrix C. Okay, and now let me call print A. So the first component gives you the eigenvalue, and as you can see, it was a upper triangular matrix. So I know that the eigenvalues are nothing but the diagonal entries. So 1 comma 1. And now suppose if I want to find what are the eigenvectors, so I will say print the second variable, which is my B. Okay. So then not enter, control enter. And here you can see the first column is the eigenvector for the eigenvalue first, and the second is for the second eigenvalue 1. So that's how one has to find eigenvalues and eigenvectors using eig command. So now I hope you know how to do this. So my suggestion will be, after the session you do this, or you could have done side by side along with me all these operations. If you have any doubt, you can ask me in the comment section, and if you like this, then do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you.